Hi, Mr. Tony DiLaura. He's in a new position this year. Tony was a math teacher at Zeeland East High School and is now our technology instructional coach for the whole district. So he has a yearly absence from the classroom, and one of his big goals is to incorporate technology into the teaching. And so he'll be working with a lot of professional development and working with teachers and incorporating it in and continuing to do the great job that they've already done. Tony's going to talk to us a little bit about e-citizenship, and so I'm going to turn it over to him. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Colleen. Thanks all for being here tonight. And I know as a former teacher in this school district, and as a parent who has children in this school district, I learned a ton of stuff from Stephanie tonight, and I know that I feel like this was already very, very valuable. We heard a lot of great things along the lines of the dangers. I think we got to educate our kids. I think we need to have those regular conversations with them about those dangers that exist. But we also want to give them this freedom to use this incredible toy/tool, and where these all come together to create a better them, a better future, a better learning community here in Zeeland, and to take this, what is seen as a toy, and really transform it into this dynamic learning tool. So I'm going to just kind of base my little talk. I'm going to try to keep it to like 10 minutes here. Off of this website, you can see the URL. If you want to write this down, or if you have a QR code scanner on your smartphone, you can take a picture of this QR code and go right into your smartphone and launch this website. Real short URL, it's sites, as in S-I-T-E-S, sites.zps.org. So sites.zps.org with a / and it's TWIT. TWIT. I'm just going to kind of reference this as we go. And it's a great one that I want you maybe to take a look at in your own time when you go back home tonight or the next few days before your kid gets ready to come in here and storm the doors of Zeeland East and Zeeland West. Okay, so I'm just going to click over here to this create site. So we've heard this conversation tonight about don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. So you might be asking yourself, why do we have the iPad? And we want to really be intentional this year about broadcasting to the community why we are putting this device into the hands of our kids if it presents so many dangers. Because, like many things, what presents a lot of dangers and risky behavior can also go the opposite way and present an incredible opportunity for our kids. And that's why we really, really, really want to push this message of this tool is an incredible creation device. It's an incredible learning device. It's an incredible device that will tailor instruction and learning for the individual student. And so we really want to push this idea of creating a digital environment or digital learning culture that is forming responsible, creative, and productive lifelong learners that contribute to this global society. For a long time, our vision statement here in Zeeland has been to create great lifelong learners. And education is changing. With all these students walking in with iPads in their hands, they have an immediate connection to this outside world of information. We have to kind of change how we approach our instructional strategies. We have to kind of change how we view those internet information sites, the content out there. We have to teach our kids how to be web literate and how to be active, creative producers of great content. So we're really, really, really trying to create this culture of healthy, responsible digital citizens. And it's going to be kind of an ongoing conversation for this year. But what we've really started with is just we want to kind of highlight what some of our students are already doing. So that's what this site does. It just kind of throws together some of the student work that has been created over this past year to show you, kind of display how our students are creating on this device, what some of the great apps are, some of the incredible projects that kids are doing to make this iPad transform their learning experience here at Zealand. So when you get a chance to go to that, you can click on the site or the tab at the top that says Create. I'm just going to go over here to this other one that says Contribute Your Thoughts, because this is a little just survey, and we want to invite you guys to join in the dialogue this year. What does it look like for our students to go through K through 12 education with technology in their hands? We want to create, we want to shape this path for them so that it is safe, so that they do feel valued, and so that we're caring about each individual student. We're protecting them, but yet we're not sheltering them. We want to expose them, because once they step outside these walls of school, they're going to enter this world where there are many things that are unfiltered. There are many things that they are going to have to learn and know how to navigate and get around and be responsible, creative producers of great content. So I want to encourage you, if you want to join this conversation of what that might look like, if you have some great discussion points of how we can create these safe learning environments, I want to invite you to click on that page and just kind of fill out that survey. Give us your name, your email, how you might want to contribute, why you might be interested in this, and then kind of walk along side of us this year. We want students to be involved in this, we want teachers to be involved, community members, really have a full 360 viewpoint of how we can do this really, really well. Because we did learn a lot of things last year, and one of the things that I think we tend to fall back on is all of the don'ts. But when we look at what some of our kids are doing, we want to encourage them to do, and not just focus on the don'ts, but do it wisely, do it responsibly, do it in a way that's creative, and that's going to look really good on your part. So I just want to kind of give you two stories to end here. The first story is sitting in the coffee shop the other day. This young girl walks in, probably early 20s, jet black hair, lip ring, totally looks like a coffee shop type, and then there sits this elderly couple, gray hair, business folks. They sit down, they meet each other. It was obviously the first time that they had met. But they start to have this conversation, and the conversation goes something along the lines of, the older folks say to the young lady, "Hey, we were on your Facebook page, and we really like what we see. And we really want you to come work for us, because we realize that we don't have these skills. But what you're doing, what we see in the conversations that you're having, we notice there's something really, really incredible about you." And I just had this impressed upon my mind, and I thought, this is an incredible message for our young people, because how many of us are thinking into that future? How many of us are thinking about the digital footprint that we're leaving? And 4 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, when we sit down in that booth in the coffee shop and look across the table at maybe our future employee, how many of us are going to be able to say, that they're proud of what they're posting online, that resume is being built right now, that future employer is going to say, "I really like what I see online, and we want you to come work for us." And I was just blown away, and I want to kind of just let that sink in for you guys, and think about that digital footprint that you're starting to leave by using online environments like Facebook and Twitter, and really challenge you to do great things with that. And then the last little story, or last little image I want to kind of leave you with is the idea of an artist, right? An artist starts with this blank canvas, and they start adding colors with each individual stroke. The colors mix with the previous color. And in the end, there's this combination of colors that kind of portray the artist's attitudes and emotions, and it's this final beautiful picture, hopefully. And that's kind of what it's like as we go along, and we're creating this digital self, this digital profile of who we are by using this media. So I want to really encourage you guys to add beautiful strokes to that canvas. I really encourage you guys to, when you create great things, create stuff that is going to make your future employer want to hire you on the spot. make your parents proud of you, and make you a better person. I know there's one other thing I needed to mention here is along the lines of just those what ifs. You know, we have the don'ts, we have the do's, we have now, well, what if, I know what I shouldn't do, but what happens if I do? Because let's be honest, how many of us have messed up somewhere along the line in our teenage years, right? Well, we have those measures, we do have those set up in place here. Assistant principals have the ability to lock down some iPads, restrict some of the features, and we do want to create a safe, responsible learning environment. So that is on the forefront of our mind, and don't be afraid to ask us about that kind of stuff. Teachers are watching, teachers are setting up high expectations, and really trying to protect our kids. So the last thing, sorry, I know I said I was going to be done with this, but the last thing I did get posted up here at the top is actually found under the homepage. So all the way down here at the bottom, oops, there's a page that's way too small font for you to read. I can't even read it. But if you get a chance to look at it, it's just called the iPad Purpose Statement. And it really goes through and says, we will do this with the iPad. It's a great learning tool. We will create great content. It's a great communication tool. We will communicate formally with our teachers. We will respect boundaries, which is another great topic. As parents, please set healthy boundaries for your students. If they're coming home with more than 3 hours of iPad viewing homework, maybe you need to have that kind of question. You know, are you really using this device efficiently and effectively? So just make sure you're setting good healthy boundaries. Where are they parking that at night? Make sure it's plugged in, and maybe you just set some healthy limits around the use of these devices. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it, and look forward to this year. And if you guys have any questions,